Some cars are quick, some cars are beautiful, some cars are legendary, and that is exactly what the R34 Skyline is. It's a sports car that became the face of Japanese performance. It inspired an entire generation and still does to this day. It's also one of them very special cars that built a reputation that grows far more with time. Today, the team down at Redline has handed me the keys to this GTT Skyline. As you can see, this is not a standard GTT. It has had the works done to it, and I'm going to put it through its paces. So today I'm going to find out, is this really one of those cars that people still dream about, and is it special in 2026? Or are we all just chasing that nostalgic feeling? There's only one way to find out. Let's go and drive one of Japan's most iconic sports cars. This is on Redline's website now. If you use the code Jordan10, you can get 10% off this competition and everything else that you see on the website. This Bayside blue in the sun is shimmering, by far the best colour in a Skyline, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what's yours. This is like a childhood dream. I know it's not a genuine GT-R, but still, to be able to drive a Skyline that looks and sounds like this, unbelievable. I haven't even started driving this car and it's already putting a smile on my face, man. Oh baby, I do not think I have ever felt like I've been in a cooler car. This is a GTT. For those of you that don't know, it's a pop spec model, really. Obviously the GT-R was 4-wheel drive, heavily modified engine. I can't quite remember what power the GT-Rs run, I'll put it on screen here. But the GTTs were used quite a lot in the Fast and Furious movies. Reason being is that they are a hell of a lot cheaper to buy than the GT-R. And they wanted to skid them as well. These are rear wheel drive rather than the 4-wheel drive system that is in the GT-Rs. Obviously, being into cars, we're all Fast and Furious people. Some of you might not be, but I mean, for me being 25, this is the era that I grew up in. I know I'm into French cars, but I do appreciate a good Japanese car. A lot of people prefer the first movie, a lot of people prefer the second, a lot of people prefer the third. My personal favourite is the second, and the reason being is that was the only one my dad showed to me for ages. My dad loved that film, so obviously it was on repeat for me as a kid. As I got older, I then realised that there was a number 1, there was a number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and obviously as it goes on. But number 2 for me, you lot will know that opening scene of that Skyline that Brian O'Connor's got, the silver one, cruising to the race, in and out of traffic, is just absolutely unreal. Lying. He said he wasn't fast. This thing's nippy as. Absolutely nippy. And mate, it is effortless doing so. Absolutely effortless. The handling for such a big car, obviously power steering helps, but handling wise, oh my god. Where can I buy one? Where can I buy one? I'm assuming that this is the standard GTT engine that's in here. And mate, it's not far, it's not that bad. I think it's about probably 280, 300 from a butt dyno. I mean, what do these weigh? I know they're a bit of an heavy car, probably 1800 kg, maybe a bit less being, you know, of the early 2000s. I'm not too sure. I'll pop it up on screen here now, but if this is a standard lump that's in this, it still pulls extremely well. Extremely well. And that noise out the back. The turbo footer isn't great. You know, you can hear the induction noise and the spool, and it's got a little bit of a blow off. but it's nothing crazy to put a mic in the bay. But that sound out the back, being funny, does it live up to the hype? It's not even a GT-R and it does. Have you heard that? Mate, I can't believe how planted it feels and how comfortable it is. Now, the 5 is very planted, extremely planted, but it's a nightmare to drive long distance. I don't mind it, but if one of you was to get in it, for example, that's come from maybe something that's a softer setup, you'd despise it. But I've purposely got it set up like that, so when I do go for it, again with the meters, so when I do go for it on track or on a little bit of a twisty section, it's set up really nice, really stiff, so you know I can put it through its paces and not have too much body roll. But this, I know these to be heavy cars, and I'm going to assume it's on some sort of aftermarket suspension because it is lowered. Wouldn't do all this to the exterior without putting it on some aftermarket suspension, but whatever's on feels absolutely great. I do think the weight of the car helps it massively for dampening, because the French cars just bounce about anyway. But I mean, we've got a bit of traffic coming. If a GTT feels like this, alright, it's probably had a few bits done to it under the bonnet, but if a GTT, let me just reiterate that, a GTT feels like this, then those that hype the GT-R up so much must be right. Must be right. It is nippy, you can have your fun in it. It is loud, it sounds beautiful, but handling wise for me, I cannot get over how little body roll it has, but how comfortable it feels. Oh mate, I feel so cool in this. Now you've heard me blabbering on about the suspension. This road will be the test. This has got to be, and I say it every time, one of the worst roads round here. Handles it beautifully, absolutely beautifully. What I love about a Mark IV Supra is, let's call it the cockpit. You know, if you've ever seen one or if you've had the chance to sit in one, it's like being in a fighter jet. Everything is angled to you. It is just so driver orientated, it's untrue. And the 34 is very similar to that. Now obviously it's not a GT-R, so I can't comment on what their interiors are like, but I'm assuming that it is very similar to this. And my God, everything's here. All the knobs are within reach. You know, the steering wheel is minimal. It's got a horn, your 2 stalks, done. Your buttons for AC, a knob to turn it up and down, hot and cold. That's all we're after. The technology nowadays that is in cars, and I know I reiterate it every time I drive something like this, it's dire. I'm not too sure why Elliot said that this wasn't fast. In the next video, or it might be the previous one that you've seen, we are driving an RX-7, which is around 500 ponies. Mate, this thing sounds ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Jesus. There is genuinely nothing more to say. Genuinely, it's a GTT that has obviously been modified slightly, a bit more than slightly, to look like a GT-R, and to me feels absolutely amazing. The shifter is nice. The comfortability for me, the drivability and comfortability, normally they don't go hand in hand. Only on stuff like Porsches, you know what I mean? You can get that in a Porsche. A class Audi and BMW has, if you want that drivability, you've got to take away the comfortability. But Porsches are that happy medium. And I'm not saying that it feels like a Porsche, but it is very close. I've driven that 992 C2S, I think, in a previous video. And that has got to be one of the best cars for drivability and handling that I have ever driven. I think I said in the video, it's crazy to be putting a car through its paces, and the more I'm giving it round the bends, the better it was gripping up. And this is very similar in that aspect. Obviously the back end is going to kick out every now and again. You can't very much help that if you are sending it. But the way the body doesn't roll, when it's hitting the bends, the way it compensates the bumps so well, this in my eyes would be an absolutely perfect daily driver. Perfect. Could maybe tone down the exhaust a little, but that might be what you like. If you was dailying this on the motorway for long distance, it probably wouldn't be for you. But if this had a little quieter exhaust, it would make a perfect daily driver. Absolutely perfect. For Redline to give me this opportunity to drive cars like this, you know, them boys are something different. Let's be honest. I'm just a joiner from Manchester living his and the brakes are on point too. Absolutely bang on. Brilliant. Absolutely. Now we are going to give it the age-old 0 to 60 down here. To be honest with you, I don't know, because what I forgot is it's in kilometres an hour. So when I looked down then, I had no idea where 60 was. Just know that it is fast. Elliot, if you're watching this, I don't know what you think's fast, mate, but this is a nippy little motor, and it looks, sounds and drives like the absolute fucking bollocks, mate. Wow. Let's just give you one last. You are joking me.